for the CS in charge of matters health to communicate to your office this morning that she will not be appearing before the Senate when she is expected to be here at 10. Speaker, that is now the newest level of contempt. Mr. Speaker, I'm alive to the happenings of last evening where the CEO of Chief Shah was suspended, and the reasons given for it, Mr. Speaker, is professional misconduct. Speaker, I don't know whether there are any provisions in law for suspension of cabinet secretaries for either professional or political misconduct, but this one, Mr. Speaker, must go to the highest office in the land. When senators come to the chamber every Wednesday morning, the express reason for their appearance, Mr. Speaker, is to ask questions for and on behalf of the counties that they represent. And those questions are supposed to be responded to by cabinet secretaries. The Speaker is now becoming a trend. And I say this 2 weeks ago, that for 2 Wednesdays in a row, we were unable to transact the Wednesday morning sessions because cabinet secretaries are not available. We went on a break, Mr. Speaker. We have come back. The first Wednesday after the break, the cabinet secretaries don't show up. And what are we expected to do, Mr. Speaker? To just lament, express our displeasure, and wait for another Wednesday. Mr. Speaker, things must happen, and those things must begin to happen now. I was in this house, Mr. Speaker, and all of us were in this house a couple of weeks ago during the impeachment of the deputy president. And this house received a report that the deputy president then was indisposed. But in the wisdom of this house, Mr. Speaker, we continued with the process of impeachment. What avenue that do we have to continue with our sessions, with our interrogation, and especially in the midst of health, even in the face of reports that the CS is indisposed? The Speaker, I want to call upon ourselves, and I have heard Senator Chute saying that perhaps we need to bring a motion of censure against the cabinet secretaries. But Mr. Speaker, maybe that is not enough. Maybe, Mr. Speaker, the starting point would be to have a serious and candid conversation with the appointing authority of the CSs, so we get to know, the Speaker, whether these sessions make sense to government or maybe they don't make sense, Mr. Speaker. The reason for these sessions, Mr. Speaker, as I said, are for exclusively to have an engagement with cabinet secretaries for and on behalf of our constituents. If you look at the order paper, Mr. Speaker, for every Wednesday morning, there's no provision for another business. It's just questions to cabinet secretaries. If they cannot appear, Mr. Speaker, then perhaps we should even disband the Wednesday morning sittings. I speak for myself, and I speak for myself. This morning, I was supposed to be doing homework with my son. I had to leave him and come to engage with the CSs. Now I've missed out on doing homework with my son, and I'm missing out on engagement with cabinet secretaries. For me, it's a wasted morning. And each senator here will have a story to say about what they were supposed to be doing. Now, Speaker, I think a time has come that really, and this is a bipartisan issue. This has got nothing to do with the political alignment of anyone. Mr. Speaker, these cabinet secretaries who are the face of the president are giving this government a very bad name. That's what it is. Because, I mean, you cannot be invited to come to the Senate, and in the morning of the day that you're supposed to appear, you're writing a letter to the Speaker. The Speaker, if I were you, and I thank God that I'm not you, that's a letter that you just, RTS, just return to center. It's a letter that should not even be read before the Senate. It's contempt to the Speaker. The Speaker, with those remarks, I'm at a loss as to whether, Mr. Speaker, continue with these morning sessions on Wednesday, or free senators to engage in other activities which would also be more beneficial, perhaps to their families and to the people that they represent, than coming to sit here to wait for cabinet secretaries who have no respect at all to the Senate. The Speaker, I submit.